Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for choosing our show today. We appreciate your continued support. Ladies and gentlemen, there are two schools of thoughts about Raila's statements yesterday when he was trying to persuade Kenyans to go for dialogue, to look into issues that are bedeviling our nation at a time when Generation Z has decided that they're not going to dialogue with William Ruto, and what they want is that William Ruto should implement what they have given William Ruto. They have given William Ruto their memorandum, and they are saying there's nothing to talk about. They are asking things like corruption that Raila himself came out and told us, like in the government to government oil deal. He told us people like Churchill were making huge deals. So they are telling Raila, what is it that you want us to talk about when you yourself has identified thieves within the government? But Raila insisted yesterday that we need to talk as a nation. Very many people have insulted him. I have seen caricatures of Raila. He's been given a UDA t-shirt now. Some are saying he's been compromised, he's been paid some money. Others saying Raila was never, serious at all. And they're even questioning why Raila took people to the streets in the first place. If he believed in dialogue, why didn't he just engage William Ruto? But I wanted us to look at the other side of the coin about what is happening in the country so that we may understand better maybe what Raila is doing, because we have really chided Raila Amolo Odinga. Now, before we do this, I want us to start off by reading something that was given by Calb, who is the Saboti member of parliament, if I'm not wrong, Saboti constituency. This is what Calb is saying. Calb is a very good friend of Raila Amolo Odinga. He's a young man from the generation of millennial. And there's something he's saying that I believe reflects the feelings and the thoughts and the sentiments of many Kenyans. This is what Calb is saying, that our Raila Odinga needs to be guided by people who surround him. I think people have sucked through blood of Baba and dumped him for far too long. Raila did not start the Gen Z revolution. The Gen Z appreciated his contribution to the nation and told him to relax. They will finish the journey for him. They have not even reached the banks of River Jordan. Dialogues of Baba with Ruto is on National Dialogue Committee, the NADCO report, and not on Gen Z revolution. I suggest to Gen Z to activate their missiles, projectiles, rockets, robots, and all the modern nuclear arsenal and assemble in big numbers to ask Ruto must go, period. And what Calb is saying is the reflection of what many feel. There is a general feeling among other people that Raila should now pack and go. But another school of thought is saying that Raila knows what he's talking about. And I want us to look at that other side of the coin, apart from just saying that Raila has been bought, he should go to Bondo. And I want to tell you that Raila could be playing another psychological game with William Ruto. And in the end, you might realize that Raila is the one who is supporting this Gen Z revolution more than you do yourself. Kindly subscribe to our channel if you're watching for the first time. Click the notification bell to allow YouTube to notify you. Please give this video likes. By doing that, you'll be promoting this video. Ladies and gentlemen, and I really want to thank you so very much for your continued support, those who share videos and support this channel in one way or the other. I want you to understand Raila and understand that, one, Raila Amolo Odinga is now looking for the African Union Commission chairmanship and is being looked at by all the other African countries and is being monitored internationally. Africa is in turmoil. We've got external forces that have invaded Africa, and many countries are in turmoil. And Raila is being looked at as a man who will bring peace and tranquility in the country. And he must do it very smartly and in a very wise manner. When they get to the debate, because I know they will be debating on what he has in store for Africa, why he wants to become the chairperson of the African Union Commission. And when this features, I know he will be asked that he is leading a very big support base. What is he doing about them? Number two, William Ruto has always accused Raila of trying to topple his government using the big following that Raila has. In fact, he once wrote a letter to diplomats that Raila is trying to topple his legitimate government. And so I want you to look at Raila as someone who is also speaking for Africa, and other continents are looking at him because Africa is doing business with other continents, and they are really looking at Raila Amolo Odinga. Number two, Raila Amolo Odinga is a Azimio leader. Even though people like Kalonzo and Eugene Omalo and Martha Karua have distanced themselves from Raila's statements, I want you to understand it this way. One, Raila led a group and they got into dialogue with the government. That is what created the NADCO, National Dialogue Commission or whatever. And they went to Bomas. They have unfinished business because there was a report that came out of that. So when they went there to sign that Independent Electoral Commission bill, it was a continuation of the report that they had. And when Gen Z went to the streets, Gen Z have mentioned, and Raila knows this, that they are leaderless, they are tribeless, and they are partyless. So when Raila was speaking, Raila is trying to kill two birds with one stone. Raila understands very well that Gen Z are not being led by Azimio. They are on their own. So when he was saying that we need to dialogue, Raila wants the international community, African Union, to understand that he's a man who loves peace. And he wants the Azimio, the Azimio followers, not to join the demonstrations as Azimio. So that when you go to the street and you're a Gen Z and maybe you're a Azimio supporter, you're not going there as Azimio, you're not going there as a Wiper or ODM or what. You are going there as a young generation who wants change. He's doing this to ensure that he distances himself because he's been accused that maybe he's the one who is supporting, who is sponsoring this generation. So when he distances himself from this, he shall have cleansed the Gen Z. They will go there and people will say Raila is not part of it. Because Raila has, from what people are saying, Raila is persuading them to come for dialogue. Yet Raila knows very well that they will not come. So what is he doing? He's cleansing them. And he's also cleansing his hands. So that he's not being accused of trying to support another wing to topple William Samoei Ruto. So the international community, even African Union, will see that. So both of them are spotless. Raila is not supporting them. Gen Z are not associated with Raila Amolo Odinga. Number two, William Ruto will not have any ground of accusing Raila Amolo Odinga. Sometimes he has brought in the name of Uhuru Kenyatta, that these two are never satisfied that they were defeated. Now they want to interfere. They want to stall Ruto's projects. Raila has come out and said it. So there's no way you will still come and say that, Raila is supporting this, Raila wants to sabotage my government. Raila's statement was very profound. And I want to repeat that Raila knows very well that Gen Z will go to the street despite what he has said. That will happen. So when Raila made those statements, I think instead of bashing Raila Amolo Odinga, he might have known what he wants. And from where I sit, I believe Raila supports Gen Z 100%. But now, you will never find any element where you want to associate Raila with Gen Z, where you want to bash them. When they brought in Raila's name, they're looking for justification. They will say that members of the political class have infiltrated the Gen Z, and so they will say someone wants to topple the government and they will be killing these young men on the streets. They will also clout it so that the noble work that they are doing will not be seen. Whenever Raila's name has been slotted into something, he's used as a scarecrow. Even the youth from Central will start saying, okay, so this is Raila. But now when he's not there, these people are very clean and spotless. When these people finally go to the street Raila will say, I tried, because I know Ruto told him, can you speak about this, because there are a number of Gen Zs who are listening to you. So what Raila has done is just a mere formality. William Ruto wanted him to talk, and William Ruto would accuse him of trying to antagonize his government. So he has spoken. It is upon the Gen Z to ensure that they move on, because Raila is not their leader, and no one will accuse him. At the international community, at the African Union Commission, no one will accuse Raila Amolo Odinga. So Raila is clean on this. Gen Z have also come out very spotless. Ruto has also been, left stranded, because when Raila says come for dialogue, if they don't come, you will not come back and accuse Raila Amolo Odinga. So ladies and gentlemen, apart from just bashing Raila, my third sense, or the fourth sense, or the fifth sense is telling me that Raila could be supporting these people, but he's killing two birds with one stone. And I don't know what you think, but that is what I feel is happening. So that people will not say this is Azimio. They will say that Azimio has camouflaged into another wing now called Gen Z, and they are the same people causing havoc and mayhem in the government. Raila has distanced himself from it. So let Gen Z go there on their own, the way they started this. That's why Raila was so careful not to say Gen Z kujeni. He just said, I believe dialogue is the only way out of the crisis that we have. He believes in it, but he's not forcing anyone. And Gen Z should move on, just like Hamis is saying, they should regroup and move on with it. And from where Raila is, he's very happy. He has cleansed his hands. He cannot be associated with anything that is happening. And let nature takes its own course.